Hi, welcome back to the channel Fluency with Siri. In this video, I am going to tell you amazing tips that are going to help you to improve your pronunciation. Now, let me ask you, who doesn't want to sound attractive whenever we are trying to speak in English? Every one of us, right? So, in this video, I am going to suggest you some amazing tips and the easy ones that are actually going to help you to improve your pronunciation. So, without any further ado, let's get started. So, I understand that right from our childhood, we've been speaking in our own mother tongue, and it's very difficult for us to suddenly start speaking in English. And there is going to be a slight influence of our mother tongue in the way we speak. Now, how can you overcome that? Is actually following few tips that are going to help you to improve your pronunciation so that whenever you're trying to speak in English, there is no influence of your mother tongue. And keep that in mind that yes, it is very much obvious to have an influence of your mother tongue to speak in our mother tongue right from our childhood. So let me just tell you amazing tips that are going to help you to pronounce better. Tip number one is to read out loud. Now, I used to follow this a lot in the initial days of learning this language. Even for me, in the initial days of learning this language, I've always had this problem of uh, getting an influence of my mother tongue whenever I'm trying to speak in English. Now, to solve that, what I would do is whenever I'm reading a book, I would read out loud. In that way, I'm giving that exercise to my mouth to pronounce words in English. Now, of course, everything is going to take time. For you to pronounce words in English, it will take good enough amount of time. That is not going to happen just like this. So what I'm trying to tell you is just read out loud every time you read a book, and make it a habit to read out loud every time you read, and actually just observe yourself how you're pronouncing words. You know if it is the right pronunciation, you know if it is the wrong pronunciation, because you're very much aware about it, right? Here you're just trying to improve your pronunciation, you're just trying to enhance your pronunciation. This is also one of the tips that is actually going to help you to improve your pronunciation, which is actually one of the easiest methods, I would say. So give yourself for the next 20 days, just read out at least like 10 lines every day. Read out loud and see, there is definitely going to be an improvement that you would see in your pronunciation. Tip number two is, of course, give it that time. Everything is not going to take place in just a span of 2 days. You have to give it that time towards yourself in order to improve your pronunciation. Understand the fact that yes, it is going to take me some time to just improve my pronunciation, and give it that time. If it is taking 20 days, give it that time and enjoy your journey. It's not something that you have to be very much hurry about. If it is taking some time, give it that time. You have to enjoy the process as well. Whenever you're reading out loud, you have to enjoy that process. It's not like a burden for you. It's not like, oh, you know what, I have to do it. It shouldn't be like that to you. You have to enjoy it whenever you are doing it. So that's why I'm telling you, please give it that time and completely enjoy the process of pronouncing, and completely enjoy the process of reading out loud, and that is really going to help you. To tip number three, which is going to be a common tip in every video that I will be making, which is speak more. Of course, as you are habituated to speak your mother tongue right from your childhood, you're able to think in your mother tongue, and you're able to pronounce your mother tongue in a very good manner because you're speaking more of it. Now, the same way, if you want to be fluent in English, and if you want to pronounce English better, you have to speak more of it. You've been speaking more of your mother tongue, because of which your pronunciation got really better. The same thing applies to English as well. If you speak more of English, your pronunciation is going to get really, really better in English, because of which you will end up pronouncing very nicely, and you are going to sound very attractive when you speak in English. Now, you may ask me whom to speak with, how am I going to improve my pronunciation. Let me just tell you, every day for like 40 minutes, I used to take a call in the app Sivi, where you can speak to strangers, right? So I used to do that every single day. So every day when I'm speaking, there is a lot that I can learn from the other person. Even in that conversation, I am speaking something, right? So with my speaking every day, I'm just gonna improve myself, and I would see a good result eventually. So that's why I always tell you that you have to speak every single day, no matter what. I would highly recommend all of you to take a call at least once in a day, every day, and see how your pronunciation is actually going to take place. And remember the fact that everything is going to take place, everything is going to take time. So you just have to be patient, and you just have to be consistent. These three tips are really going to help you to improve your pronunciation. If you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to this channel for more such tips. I'll come up with more such videos in the future very soon. So please take care of yourself. Till then, bye bye.